Do you do this sometimes down here?
Occasionally. Hi. They can see us now. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Captain Foley and Admiral Silvija are here. We're going to talk about Star Wars a little bit today. Hopefully you guys have some thoughts. I want to jump in on this. As always, feel free to super chat. It's a great way to help with the channel. And just hit the thumbs up when you guys get here. So we've both seen Rise of Skywalker. We both watched The Mandalorian.
Yes, we have.
You've seen all the new Star Wars films, obviously.
Well, yeah.
Including Solo.
Yes, I have.
So...
It's all about Lando.
Solo is all about Lando. I just speak up a bit because the mic's up there, so...
Oh, can they hear us or no? I don't know. We should ask. There's nobody here to answer that question.
Well, there is. It's just this is being stupid.
Oh, well, stop being stupid there, Mr. Computer.
Let's see what we got going on here. Vincent396 says, Captain Admiral, I hope Santa was good to you this year. I was so good that Santa brought me 2 lumps of coal instead of just 1. You can use that to heat your home for a few days or a day or an hour.
Coal's expensive.
It is expensive. See, 15 people here now. There's going to be more rolling in. So we can hear you, they said. Hey Stuart, has Silvija ordered Baby Yoda yet? Have you ordered a Baby Yoda yet?
No, my mother will probably just crochet me one.
Oh, you gotta get one of the official ones though. They're so cute.
Oh. I know, if we get a crochet one, Precious will probably eat Baby Yoda.
Yes, that's the other problem. Where is she, by the way?
I don't know, making trouble.
Oh, she's by the back door. Have to keep an eye on her. She just needs to go outside at some point. We are good, thank you, Gabriel. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people are kind of divided on this Star Wars thing. It's, I don't know, it's like Trek these days.
Oh, I know, no one's ever going to be happy.
I don't like the Disney films. That being said, we rewatched Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. And Force Awakens I enjoyed from the beginning when I first saw it. Yeah, it's kind of a cut and paste of Star Wars, but it was fun. I think JJ did a good job with it. And me praising JJ.
That says a lot.
Right? Then Ruin Johnson with The Last Jedi. There's some real moments in Real Jedi that are fun and good and feel really like Star Wars. But...
Then there's porgs.
Yeah, well... It's the experimental pre-Baby Yoda.
Yep, they wanted to see if big-eyed things would get a lot of attention. And surprise, they do.
Right? Are you talking about all the Star Wars movies or just the recent ones? We're talking about just Star Wars in general. So we can talk about anything you guys want. Just let us know in the chat. And as I said, feel free to super chat because it does help out. Plus it helps us notice your comment because a lot of them are going to go by because we're just going to kind of chat. So we don't want to miss anything.
And then you should take me out for dinner after.
And then I'm taking her out for dinner afterwards, apparently.
Do you want to go to Kelsey's or Montana's?
Probably Montana's. We don't go to Montana's very much.
Okay. Do you want steak? Is that what?
Steak.
Yeah.
Then we get home and you can have some steak.
I don't like red meat.
That's right. I'm very white.
You wish.
I'm the other white meat. Happy Admiral, happy life, says Mac the Maker.
Do you want to cook?
I do not want to cook. So that settles that. Sorry, the camera's up there. We're not really. It's kind of like a weird angle, but that's okay.
And plus the youngin is at the mall with money.
The youngins. Yes.
And there's a Taco Bell at the mall.
Taco Bell. We should go to Taco Bell tonight.
Speaking of that, I'm gonna make sure what is he gonna eat. Hang on.
Anyway, Judge 1981 is here. Throws in $10. Thank you very much, Judge. You are a superstar. Hit that like button. That's his comment. Dude, for $10 you can comment more than that. Give us a question. Ask us something about Star Wars. Because the thing is, The Mandalorian was fantastic. I loved every episode. What did you think of The Mandalorian as a whole?
It was actually very good.
Was it just because of Baby Yoda?
No, it wasn't just because of Baby Yoda. You actually, even though you can't see Mando's expression...
You can, though.
No, but that's the whole point. Remember the whole... Okay, don't sit on my phone, you weird dog.
We got dogs. If you see dogs... It's
But if you think about it, remember the whole Geordie LaForge, LeVar Burton? And he was he's a great actor.
Mm-hmm.
But he emotes really well with his eyes.
Yeah, he's got big eyes.
Oh, yeah. And they really convey emotion and thought and all that stuff. So they covered up his eyes, but yet you could still see that emotion. And the Mandalorian, Mando, has got his whole face covered, right? So you have to kind of give the actor some credit because he did a pretty good job with getting people to really love him and feel for him.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job because after not even a few episodes, pretty much right away, just the way he tilts his head and the way he kind of hangs his head, it's so subtle. It's not like, it's not like Power Rangers exaggerated movement bullshit. Because they do that because there's no facial expressions in their helmets either, but they're like, oh, let's do things. Oh. No. Mando is very subtle. He had like the head droop like, you know. And I love it, the one with the jailbreak. Where the old guy's like, yeah, I see the super chat. Don't worry, we get the super chat to say. Where the old guy is like, what's that look?
Yeah.
It's like, he's been hanging around him too much too, because he knows.
Oh, exactly.
But yeah, I mean, see, that's why we want to have this conversation. Because Rise of Skywalker, a lot of people are divided on it, whether they hate it, whether they love it, whether they just like it. I liked it. It was very fast-paced. I need to see it again. But
you should take the youngin'.
Yes. But the Mandalorian, everybody seems to love. So
take your foundling.
What is the state of Star Wars these days? Do people love it or do they hate it? Everybody's like, oh, Disney's ruined Star Wars, but Disney gave you the Mandalorian, you dipshits. Just saying.
Well, who did the Mandalorian?
Jon Favreau.
Maybe they should put him in charge of the rest of Star Wars.
That's what everybody's been saying, and I agree because he
actually does really good work. Period.
He loves Star Wars, and he throws in all these little things that fans love, like the Imperial transport in like second to last episode. That was a toy. It was never seen on screen. Now it's an on-screen thing. I mean, just subtle little things. There's so many little Easter eggs in each episode that are just true. Star Wars fan related. Dreamer out there though throws in $5. I replied to your Mando episode 8 first reaction with info on where the dark saber is from, since you haven't seen the other shows. Hope it helps you out. Yes, I'd heard that it was tied in with. I saw a video on YouTube that I didn't watch, but it was like the 12 episodes of Star Wars content you should watch to learn about the dark saber. Because seeing one of those dark sabers, I mean, I think there was some in the Force Unleashed game. I think there was one in that you could get, which I thought was cool. So it was really cool to see it on screen. And apparently that Emperor, or that Moff Gideon, might be a Mandalorian, an ex-Mandalorian.
That would make sense.
Maybe he took his helmet off for some broad.
It's always for a woman. I'm gonna run out of tea. We need to go buy me more tea in the next couple of days.
Okay. I bought her tea for Christmas. She likes tea. She's an old lady. And old ladies like tea.
Fuck you.
You're going to be old on the 31st. It's your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Mazarus, though, throws in $10. The Mandalorian, despite the painfully familiar elements in it, is essentially a blank slate in terms of characters that I think is a key element to its success, and Filoni and Favreau's influence.
Well, yeah, they have a little bit more flexibility with storylines.
Absolutely.
There's nothing that preceded it.
And with season 2 coming up in fall of 2020, if it doesn't get pushed back, so far it's the fall, so we don't have to wait too long.
That's good.
We might get more stuff, like actually what is Yoda's race? We might actually find that out because he's got to find a home for this foundling. Until then, he's basically its father. But it is the way that he should find its home so they can raise it properly, because it's too young to be trained right now, even though it can force choke an MMA fighter.
Not okay.
It's not okay, but it was okay. Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cute.
Fat Produce throws in $5. Thank you very much. Episode 9 was just a dumpster fire and a bombardment of explosions and mindless action in my face for 2.5 hours. Plan ahead for your trilogies. I agree 100%. Plan ahead for the trilogies. That's the mistake they made, and Rian Johnson's a moron. I think JJ did a good job of picking up the pieces and reassembling the shambles into something that was fun. Good callback for a lot of Star Wars original series fans. Some of the complaints were addressed. Again, I think JJ did a good job. He had to fit it all into like 2.5 hours. I'm sure there's a lot of deleted scenes. Supposed to be seen with Anakin. I know his voice was heard at the end, but
I don't know why they just didn't do what they did with Lord of the Rings and make it 2 movies.
that's what I said.
Return of the King.
Yeah, that's what I said on our review of
No, Lord of the Rings. Oh my God, Harry Potter.
Harry Pot Smoker.
Yeah. The last movie, right?
Yeah, part 1 and part 2, and that's what it needed. Even before this came out, Samuel and myself were like, I don't have a problem with it being 3 hours long. They got a lot to fix. As long as it's 3 hours that are enjoyable. That being said, I thought the first 20 minutes of Rise of Skywalker was very slow and plodding along. But then it picked up, and it got to the point where you didn't have time to enjoy anything or like sit and relax, because it was just one thing after another, after another, after another. So that was kind of annoying.
I would hate to see people who were on like some heavy duty hallucinogens in that theater.
Yeah.
Again, you still have to take your little foundling.
Yeah, whatever.
And see it again and make notes.
Yeah, because
Seriously?
my views of these movies changed on each viewing. Hello, Pug. Do you see our little Baby Yoda? She's just like Baby Yoda because she doesn't listen. It's like, stay here. And then you look down and she's like right behind you. You want to come see Dieters? Precious, come on. She's confused by what is happening. Wow, a lot of people here. Cassie's here.
Which Cassie?
Our Cassie. Cassie
Oh!
Foley. Hello!
Hi, Annie.
Our daughter is watching. She never watches any of my content because she hates Star Trek and Star Wars.
She doesn't hate it.
She
It's
doesn't.
just not her jam.
But it should be. It should be her marmalade. That was funny. Hi, Kathy. Dream Out There says Trekyards. Dave Filoni is also a great creator behind Mando, and he has a showrunner behind Clone Wars and Rebels. Cool. I've seen some Clone Wars. It didn't really grab me. I'm not a fan of that era of Star Trek. I don't like Star Wars. Shut up. Shut up.
Not your tea.
I don't like the ships. It's not my cup of tea. You're exactly right. Thank you, Pug, for helping with that. Look at her. She's so cute there. The Rebels I tried watching. I watched the first couple episodes, and it was kind of boring for me, so I stopped watching it. But now that it's on Disney Plus, I will probably sit down and watch all Clone Wars. And
You can binge watch.
exactly.
It's like how Netflix now makes all of their stuff. Like they now start to do like a dump of all the episodes.
And even though we're talking about Star Wars, I'm still representing the Trek. We'll see.
You could always binge watch The Witcher with me.
60. I do. Oh, I'm going to watch that. I love Henry Cavill.
Oh. The English version is not as good as the Slavic versions of the book.
If you say so.
It's true. The dog just farted or burped or both.
It was a burp. Anyway. Rebels gets way better once it gets revved up. That's what I was hoping for. It's just like Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Wait, I'm pretty sure Christian said that one was really good.
Well, they only watched it.
Yeah.
Cool. The funny thing about your statement of pacing is Rise of Skywalker in the first 20 minutes being too slow is actually odd because the originals were all about story and low pacing prioritized. I agree. I just thought it was very dull. And that opening crawl, the very first line, the dead speak. It's like, oh, we're just not pulling any punches. We're just getting right into this shit. Again, JJ had to because he had to get it going and repair the damage.
It was kind of stuck in a ditch.
Yeah.
An old truck.
And Luke was underused again. I expected more Force Ghosts Luke.
Yeah.
He was in it for what? 4 minutes?
I know, and I really like Mark Hamill.
Right? But at least...
I want to see Mark Hamill in The Mandalorian.
He totally could.
Oh!
This was your idea last night. I love it. In season 2, Mando could be looking for this thing's race and find, oh, there was a Jedi named Yoda. wow, he's on a council, the Jedi Council. Whoa, cool. Maybe I should find and talk to people that know him. And it's only 6 years after Return of the Jedi, so Luke could look like he did at the end of The Last Jedi, where he just has the younger beard and the shorter hair.
Leia.
Well, she can't be, and she dead.
Well, that's true. Sad.
Yeah. But no, Mark Hamill could totally be in it and be Luke, and be the Luke that he wanted to be before Ryan Johnson said, you know, your character's an idiot. So I would love to see that. And they could definitely do it and tie him into the Mandalorian. I think would be a fantastic idea.
And Cara could basically lead them to the rebels. She was a rebel shock trooper. She could say, "Hey, you should check out this base." You know.
But I get the feeling that she's wanted by the rebels a little bit. Like she's AWOL.
Well, it doesn't mean she doesn't know where shit is.
I know, but I don't.
So I know this. I knew this old Wookiee.
Did you?
Yeah, that's what you could say. I knew this old Wookiee. You should go. This Wookiee knows everybody. If anybody's gonna know who this little green guy is, the Wookiee's gonna know, and that is true. Remember?
Yeah, Yoda was on Kashyyyk when Order 66.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Chewie was there.
Chewie was there.
So yeah, she could direct him toward. And Chewbacca's easy to do.
Yep.
You can make up whatever lines you want for him.
Yep. No, that's legit. So, but the weird thing is just the division in the fan base, because Mandalorian was, everybody seems to love Mandalorian, although a lot of people don't like Baby Yoda. Even Ash, my buddy Ash, doesn't like Baby Yoda.
It's like Brussels sprouts. You either love them or hate them. There's no in between.
But how can you hate Baby Yoda?
How can you hate Brussels sprouts?
Because they're Brussels sprouts.
They're little green things and they're so good.
I agree. I think that, I don't know if a lot of people hate Baby Yoda because he was in every episode and didn't need to be. Like, he seemed like, oh yeah, Baby Yoda's here. This is the thing that he's doing now. A lot of those episodes could have been done without him. But that being said, he's kind of cool. And now he's technically a foundling if they don't find his home. And he grows up to be old enough to be trained to be a Mandalorian.
How does he fit those ears into that helmet?
They're going to make a helmet with ears.
Okay.
I don't know. But that'd be cool. Bill Barkley, Sir Foley, have you seen the new Bad Lip reading the video? Yes, I have.
Oh.
She hasn't listened to it yet. It's the sequel to Seagulls. And it's talking about Yoda's stick. And how it was birthed by a log. It's a good video. Yes. I already have it downloaded on my phone, just so you know. It's a good song.
Oh dear.
Don't blame Ryan for Luke. It was JJ who decided Leia should be the recluse who decided Luke should be a recluse who closed himself off from the Force. Ruin took it to its logical conclusion. If you say so. I think, yeah, I don't like the way Luke was treated in the second movie. I agree with Mark Hamill. That's just not his character.
Mm.
He was so optimistic and whatever. I get him sequestering himself like Ben and Yoda both did, but not to
be a whiny person
and
sulking
and deny Rey like training and stuff. I think they did a fine job of tying Rey into all this as being Palpatine, because she immediately went to the dark. Luke even said that he went to the dark right away when he did doing her training. Like, I think they did a fantastic job. A lot of people are pissed about that too. They wanted her to be nobody, and I thought that was stupid from the beginning. And Snoke, The Last Jedi. I didn't mind Snoke. He was interesting. I wanted to find out what the scar was about, the backstory. Was he one of the little kids that Anakin chopped up and survived? But then he's just nothing. It's like, oh yeah, Snoke. I was always the voice in your head, and there's Snoke in a jar. It's like.
It reminded me of the movie Alien Resurrection. Remember, with all the Ripleys?
Yeah, exactly. But I wanted to find out more about Snoke, because.
And now you never will.
I don't say we never will. It's Star Wars.
That's true. Someone's going to make some kind of a offshoot.
They're going to make a new trilogy, probably, just not based on any of the original characters. And, yeah. Spoilers, guys. Spoilers in this talk, too. So I don't know. I think everybody gives Disney such a hassle. Like I was talking to a guy today about why he didn't like Rogue One. I loved Rogue One. It had a good feel. It's a perfect supplement piece to New Hope. You know, it's got the look, the good look. He said it was long and boring and it felt too much like a Disney movie, not a Star Wars movie. And I'm like, what does that mean? What is a Disney movie? It was too happy of an ending, and it wasn't dark enough. I'm like, are you kidding me? Everyone dies. How is that not dark enough? How is that a Disney movie? I hate that phrase. Oh, it feels too Disney.
I was gonna say, like, look at Gargoyles. Would anyone say that feels too Disney?
She's a huge fan of the Gargoyles cartoon, and it's fantastic. And yes, it doesn't feel Disney because it is dark.
It's true.
So I hate that argument. Oh, it feels like a Disney. What the hell does that even mean? Anyway, sorry. Eugene puts in 2,000 rubles. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Totally agree with the Admiral on Witcher. English version is blander and more generic.
It's true. Us people in Eastern Europe, let's look at the way we swear.
Right?
Imagine how we write.
Should I say it on here?
No.
Gabenti Isusa.
Oh, not this time of year, baby.
Oh, yeah. That's the only thing I know.
I know, that's true.
So don't hit me.
But yeah, we will watch The Witcher. Maybe we'll do it after dinner tonight.
There's from Bosnia.
In Herzegovina.
Herzegovina.
It's a beautiful country.
Yeah. Sorry for swearing.
I like Mostar.
Mostar.
Yeah, my cousin Anna's married family is from Mostar.
I love the way she says words. She's so sexy.
Read the super chat, silly bean.
Matthew Festoni puts in $5. Never thought I would say this, but Star Wars right now more than current Trek. I like he's missing a word there. Mando is the new Trek we should have gotten. Well, that being said, Picard's coming out the 23rd of January.
Oh, so I'm never gonna see you?
You will be. It's okay. But I think... No, I'll try to.
Okay.
I think Picard will be to Star Trek what Mando was to Star Wars. That's what I'm hoping for. Even though they've already fucked it up by putting in Discovery shuttles and stupid Discovery references. But overall, I think... I'm hoping that it'll be... Because it's... People like Discovery, that's fine. A lot of people don't like Discovery. That's also fine. But those are the people that they should have made Picard for, just a continuation of TNG. Just don't pull any Discovery aspects into it, which they seem to have done. So I'm sitting here going, you had an opportunity to make everyone happy, and you done fucked it up. But we haven't seen any of it yet. So
that's true. We'll see what happens.
Gabriel says, I love Gargoyles in the 90s. That and Batman were dark cartoons.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Gargoyles had guns. The cop she carried around a pistol.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pat, is she a Disney princess?
Hmm?
Is she a Disney princess?
Who?
The female cop in Gargoyles.
No. Oh. She's a female badass. She's a Disney badass.
Patrick says Rogue One was a war movie and a fabulous war movie. I totally agree. Some of the characters were a little flat at times, but overall, I really love Rogue One. That being said, I also love Solo. Did you like Solo?
Lando Calrissian.
Yeah,
I'm in love with that man.
Yes. What, Danny Glover? No.
Lando.
What's his name?
The actor too. But
yeah,
Lando.
I'm trying to think of his name now. I just had it.
Someone will say it in the chat soon.
Oh, probably. But yeah, it was more about Lando than Han.
Yeah. It's true. Lando needs the movie.
Yes, short trek in early January. It's going to be the Picard short trek, so we'll have something to talk about early January. Baby Yoda would fit in a blender, just making an observation.
Like frog in a blender.
Yeah.
That was the silly thing that the internet started with. That and hamster dance.
And Kitty Cannon.
Yes.
I miss Kitty Cannon. I hate the use of the Discovery split Delta emblem in Picard. I agree 1,000%.
And he's got a thing for deltas.
Timothy Moore says the lady has taste with a winky face. I don't. What are you referring to? Gargoyles? Or me?
Or my tea.
No, it's me. I'm having coffee, by the way. with peppermint. You know, I went to Tim Hortons the other morning.
Oh, here we go.
I ordered a large double cupped. That's 2 cream, 2 sugar for all you Americans that don't double, and 2 cups, so it keeps it warmer longer, and you don't burn your hands.
He's got delicate hands.
And I also asked for a peppermint shot. And they said, we don't have a peppermint shot. I said, okay. What do you have? Because I know for a fact they have one. It's a candy cane shot. And I said to her, that's the same thing.
It's true.
Give me a candy cane shot then. The whole time I'm thinking in my head, what was it, a goddamn dill pickle candy cane? Because they have those. And then, yeah, okay, it's not. But, yeah, a peppermint shot and a candy cane shot are the same thing, Tim Hortons employees.
And none of them are going to see this.
That's not true. That's not true. Lando. Timothy says you have good taste for Lando.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which one? The old one or the young one?
Both.
Billy D. Williams.
I love Billy D.
I can't remember the other guy's name. You love Billy D. It sounds like...
Danny Glover?
That's what I said originally, but isn't Danny Glover... No, Danny Glover is the actor from Lethal Weapon.
That's true.
The hell is his name? The new Gambino or something.
The new Gambino.
What the fuck is... I don't know. God damn it. Vosh Rain puts in $4.99. Always love you guys. Keep up the great work. I wish they would put Tilly and Picard. That is a crossover I would see. You're just saying that to win points with me.
That's true.
Donnie says, hello, Stuart. I know. Happy birthday, Admiral. Speaking of Star Wars, we got the world television premiere of Last Jedi this evening on TNT in the United States of America. I was playing on, I forget which channel it was here. They were doing The Force Awakens and then The Last Jedi back to back for like 2 days.
We have a lot of movie channels.
We do, because start.ca TV.
Well, I also made sure that we took all the movie channels because we only like watching really movies and
Yes.
episodic series.
It's funny because there's a 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s channel for movies.
And they play them uncut commercial free.
And last night they played Star Trek 6 on the 90s channel, and right above it on the guide was Star Trek 5
on the 80s channel.
I thought that was hilarious.
It was great because it was Independence Day, then Star Trek 6, An Undiscovered Country.
Donald Glover played young.
Okay.
Not Danny Glover. Are they related?
I don't think so, but we can find out. People in the chat, find this out.
Listen to my woman. I have spoken.
Mm.
You say this is the
Donald
way.
Glover.
You say this is the way. Say this is the way.
This is the way. I'm trying to read, but I can't. I can't read that far.
Neither can I. That's why I gotta lean forward.
Why don't you just read it on your phone?
Because I don't want to do that.
Okay.
They had a showing of all 9 Star Wars saga films when Rise of Skywalker came out. I don't know if I could sit through all 9 in a theater. That's something like Will and Kaz would do.
No, they would do that in their basement with snacks.
They've done it at a theater though too.
Yes, they have. You wanted to watch all of the MCU.
Yeah, at some point.
It would take a week.
It will, and we're gonna.
Why don't we just go rent a cottage up in the middle of nowhere in the middle of winter?
Because there's other things I'd rather do than a cottage.
In the middle of winter?
Yes.
You're
in front of a fire.
Oh my god. Read the chat. Pervert.
Here's a question for you guys about the MCU movies. Would you watch them release order or chronological? Would you shut up? It's the neighbors.
They're allowed to do things.
The neighbors are allowed to have a life. Donald Glover is unrelated to Danny Glover. I have spoken, says Donnie Pearson.
Okay, thanks, Donnie.
Jamal also says no relation between the Glovers.
I don't feel like that's a common last name, though.
I know. It's like Baldwin.
Oh, yeah! What was his name? Adam Baldwin? And we're like, how is he related to the Baldwin brothers?
Yeah, he's in Independence Day.
And he's not.
He looks familiar. We're going to look him up. Baldwin. He must be like the son of one of the Baldwin brothers or something.
No relation.
No relation, even though he looks like a Baldwin. He really does. He's got that weird facial structure.
So, okay, stop sneezing on the chihuahua.
What do you think about Darth Vader returning one of the Disney Plus Star Wars shows, cameo appearance, or full series or movie? I would love it. Darth Vader is one of the most iconic things from Star Wars.
That's true. People who don't know Star Wars know Darth Vader.
That's why they included him in Rogue One.
No. She's got stinky breath.
Not as bad as this one. The Chihuahua's got worse breath.
You're going to have to get your teeth cleaned. Don't drink my tea.
Gabriel says chronologically because of how they tie into each other. Exactly. That's how we're going to watch them.
Well, yeah, because you can follow the Tesseract around for a couple of movies. Like, that's actually kind of cool. Wow, really? We're all going to just pile up here, aren't we?
I've heard they're planning a Vader series. That'd be kind of cool. I'm looking forward to the Obi-Wan series now that I've seen Mandalorian. Hopefully they keep that kind of vibe. Any other characters you'd like to see a series? I want to see an R2-D2 series. Droids. Live action droids. There's not enough R2-D2 in the new movies.
I know. You're depressed.
And what the hell was that thing in the last episode of The Mandalorian?
Oh my god.
Astromech droid with arms and legs. When that thing stood up, I'm like, I fucking love astromech droids. I need to get a toy of this thing when they release it, but good God.
That was kind of frightening.
It was terrifying.
It's like this is something out of your nightmares. It's like Slender Man became a droid.
Yes! It's terrifying. Who thought of that? Wow. Anyway. Obi-Wan YouTube short was good. Yeah, there's a fan film, Obi-Wan fan film on YouTube. It's like 25 minutes.
Oh, okay.
They were really good. Just came out the other day. I watched that. I need to get going now. It's getting late, says Sampo Palanin. Goodbye. Thank you for joining us. 69 of you watching. Just went down to 66 as I said that. 69 of you watching. Everybody hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Neighbors.
A swole astromech.
Stop sneezing on things.
I thought the new Obi trailer was awesome. There's a new Obi trailer? I didn't see that. Yeah, I don't know what to say about Star Wars. I love it still.
Yes, it's like trains for you.
Yes, it's not as good as the original trilogy, obviously. But I enjoyed the new movies. I'm watching them back on TV the other day. Like I said, there's a lot of elements from The Last Jedi that are actually pretty good.
But it's not The Phantom Menace.
The Phantom Menace is good too in its own way. It feels George Lucas.
That's true. Okay, seriously?
All those movies try something new and they have a George Lucas feel to them.
Get out of the window. The neighbors don't need your help.
Which is something we're seriously missing in the new movies. They don't have that George Lucas feel. That being said, a few moments of them are very good Star Wars, whether you like the entire movie or not. Like Last Jedi doesn't hold up as a full movie. And what the fuck is with the slow speed chase? Just hyper jump in front of the fucking convoy. But whatever. Anyway, so things like that fall apart. But overall, there's some good moments in all these movies. And Force Awakens, I liked since the beginning. I still like it. It's a rehash of Star Wars, but Han is awesome in that movie. I don't know. I like Star Wars.
What is going on over here?
She's being a pug.
Mm-hmm. Again, people are either going to love it or they're going to hate it. It's like Brussels sprouts.
Such a good analogy. But what if Brussels sprouts were owned by Sobeys instead of A&P? They won't taste the same. They won't have the A&P feel.
Regardless, you're still going to love them or hate them.
Yeah.
That's the unfortunate part. It's art, right? People have an opinion about everything.
Donnie Pearson says, I love Adam Baldwin in Independence Day and the 1996 first-run syndicated TV series called The Cape. And then he goes on to say, I remembered that show when it aired in Texas 21 KTXA in Dallas, Fort Worth. is known as UPN-21. And he says, since Disney owns that series, I wish 20th Century Fox Television and ABC Studios would reboot it for telecasting on either ABC or Fox Network. I have not heard of this show of which you speak.
The Cape? Oh!
Sounds like cross between The Saint and The Phantom.
I was gonna say, or like Dawson's Creek.
And
like,
maybe some Greatest American Hero in there.
Okay, you're fat and hurt when you kick me.
That's not very nice. I have feelings.
That really hurt. It took a second too for like. Really? Okay, are we gonna be calm?
Is that your barometer though? If a movie has some good parts, it's necessarily good as the whole. No, absolutely not. So I don't like The Last Jedi as a movie overall, but it's got some very good Star Wars moments in it. Very good ones, Star Wars moments. The Force Awakens, I think, holds up as a Star Wars movie overall, and so does Rise of Skywalker, in my opinion. Last Jedi, not so much. I just don't like what they did with some of the characters, and just the pacing was shit. And so no, but you can't just say everything in the movie is absolutely garbage, and that's what all these people online are doing. Like, oh well, everything that Disney does is awful. It's like, welcome to Trekyards, guys. We do the same with Star Trek. We look at the good and the bad because it's in all of it. There's bad moments in TOS. There's bad moments in TNG. Discovery, of course, has good moments, whether you like to think so or not. We like to look at all of that and analyze it as a whole. And if you don't do that, if you don't give it credit for what it does right, then you'd have no right to talk about it, as far as I'm concerned. Because
It's like teenagers, you gotta give them points and props for what they did good. Otherwise, they're just gonna keep doing shit.
yeah, you can't just criticize somebody all the time. You got to point out the good that they do as well. I'm not very good at that sometimes.
It's okay.
Especially this morning, putting my Christmas decorations. I was pissy. My back hurt, and I had to do things, and I hate Christmas.
Thank God you have a little mule.
I hate Christmas setup and takedown. I love Christmas. Which
That's
is
true.
Weird and ironic, but Super Coops though puts in £2. Hi Cat, a super chat just because it's been a while. Thank you, Super Coops. Good to see you again.
I want to get a new chair from Jisk.
What does that have to do with anything?
Just now that we have room that the Christmas decorations are down, I'm just putting
Oh.
that out there. You should buy me a chair. Or get me a gift card.
Guys, you need a super chat so I can buy a chair.
No.
Oh look, Ginkgo Yoki did it. $20. That'll help. $10 for your last live. Some people are just fools and can't be helped. And $10 now. Latest Mandalorian was my favorite so far. Rise of Skywalker, meh. Great in some points. Many plot holes. Many questions unanswered. Yes.
That's a big problem.
But I think that's, again...
They're going to use that to their advantage.
Well, to get the running time down to 2.5 hours, which people still bitched about because it was too long, apparently. There's a lot of deleted scenes on that disc, I guarantee you.
I was going to say, have none of them sat through Return of the King?
I haven't. Because Lord of the Rings sucks. Never been a Lord of the Rings fan. I fell asleep halfway through the first movie. It was just fucking boring. I need to rewatch it, apparently. The Hobbit wasn't that bad.
You'll like The Witcher. There's a lot more blood.
I will like The Witcher, from what I've seen. Stuart, did you ever get that Trekyards 2 group issue sorted out? Yes, we're working on it. Facebook is reliably...
Slow.
No, they got back to me.
What'd
They're
they say?
they're stupid.
Oh.
I gave them the link to the group, and they're like, "Oh, the link that you provided does not direct us to anything on Facebook. Your case is closed." Wow, you're fucking stupid. All right, so I need to probably resubmit that form again. Anyway, yeah, don't worry, we're getting it sorted out.
I just feel bad for the artists he's stealing from.
Oh yeah, I've contacted a lot of my artist friends. They are very much on the alert for this asshole now. So.
Wow, they worked hard to make that. Art is not an easy thing. You have to pour your heart and soul into it, they say. This is why I don't do art.
I don't have a soul, so yeah. Even though some would say Trekyards is an art. And I guess we've built it up over these years, and we're proud of it. We just don't want to be associated with some dickhead that's stealing people's art. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, that's not fair.
Supercube says, I think Rise of Skywalker wasn't so bad. We'll have to watch it again before I can say for sure how good it really was or wasn't. I didn't wow me, but I did like it. See, that's where I am. It wasn't, yeah, it's fucking awesome. It was like, that was good. I felt good coming out of that theater. You know what I mean? So I need to rewatch it. Usually 3 watches of a movie kind of gets me solidified where I am as far as liking it. It's, like with Force Awakens, I loved it the first time.
Yep.
Hated it the second time.
And then you kind of were middle of the road.
And the third time was like kind of the middle of the road. But now I'm leaning more towards I liked it again. My initial reaction, because I hadn't seen it for a while. Then we saw it on TV.
You get very flip floppy.
I can be, yes. Depends on my current mood.
That's also true.
People ask me what's my favorite Star Trek movie or what's my favorite Star Trek character. It's like, depends on my mood. It fluctuates from day to day. So, but yeah, I got to see it a few more times at least to kind of. But from what I remember, and I remember quite a bit of it, yeah, it was good. And you liked it, yes?
Yes.
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 Yes. Like I said, I find good in all movies. Depends on how many times I want to rewatch the movie. It's going to depend on how much I like a movie.
Well, the entertainment factor.
How entertaining is it?
Its rewatchability for me is a big, depending on whether I like it or not. And that being said, even the JJ films, which guys know I don't really like, Beyond was the best of them for sure. Even Into Darkness though is rewatchable, and it's a fun, shut your brain off action movie. It's got a lot wrong with it, but god damn it, it's Star Trek, and I own it, and I love it, and I'm gonna watch it.
You own a lot of shit. Let's be realistic here.
Right? She's right,
She is.
That never happens, but she's right.
Read the damn questions.
There are no more questions.
Or comments, or whatever they're called.
Say what you will about the prequels, but at least they were a continuous story from start to finish. Exactly, and that's what they needed to do with this trilogy, is set it up beforehand, roadmap it out for all 3 movies. Ish. George Lucas didn't really do that for Star Wars. He wanted to put so much in the first Star Wars, he had to cut a lot out, which eventually later solidified into the other parts. But it wasn't this grand plan from the beginning to have Luke be Darth Vader's son and all that. That just kind of worked itself out. So, yeah.
It's like a mini series that takes on a life of its own.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings, a lot of walking in that movie.
It was a journey. Usually you walk along on a journey.
I guess. I mean, okay.
What's wrong?
I'm just looking to see that the framing's good and stuff. I don't know if you guys are wondering what this says, but that's what it says. It's not hoarding if your shit is cool. Who gave me this?
My mother.
Exactly. My mother's awesome.
I think she found it at a con.
Yeah, it was at the last, not this year's, but the year before, London Comic Con.
Yep.
So I don't know if you'd seen the writing on that. I was wondering what it said, but there you go. Stuart, when are you doing your play and chat with your new game that you got for Christmas? Modern Warfare. In the new year.
He's having a stroke over space.
Yes, I got my internal drive is full. My external USB stick is full, but I have another large, very large external drive coming that I can install a full game. Because right now all I can do is do the multiplayer training missions. Stupid.
Can you even go online?
Yeah, I can go online. But I can't play you can't play the campaign or anything because it needs to install more of the game. So whatever. Yeah, don't worry. But I still got Bridge Crew and stuff I can play, which I should probably get back into.
Maybe you could play that tonight.
Maybe.
Maybe
I want to spend the night with you.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
For 2 hours and then I'll fall asleep.
Do you think they'll ever make another JJ Trek movie? Rumor has it that they're going to. I'll believe it when I see it. I would love to see another one, honestly. But I'm not holding my breath. I'll believe it when I see it. Because I don't believe Chris Pine would. He's a greedy fuck. So I don't know if he'd be willing to accept the pay cut because that's one of the reasons it wasn't going to go through. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I lost all respect for that man because of that. Carwin Morris, JJ can't direct traffic. A great producer, but that's where his talent ends. That's pretty funny. He can't direct traffic.
Michael Bay should do a Star Trek movie.
Okay.
Or maybe Michael Bay should do a Star Wars movie.
Bill Barkley.
We're just ignoring that now.
Well, Star Trek 4 is supposed to be happening, and he also says, but yet, Stuart, Pine is back in Wonder Woman 84. Yeah, that's because last Wonder Woman did fantastic, so of course he's going to be able to get the money he wanted and contractually was obliged to for a sequel. Star Trek Beyond underperformed because of all this boycotting bullshit of the movie, even though it was the best Star Trek JJ film out there. Underperformed, so when they came up for Star Trek 4, they were like, hey guys,
we're not paying you as much.
We can't give you what the contract said, so everybody else was on board, like, yeah, we love Star Trek, we'll do it. Whatever the fuck his name is, McCoy.
Carl Urban?
Carl Urban. Keith Urban is his country singer. Carl Urban was on board. Zachary Quinto was on board, willing to take a little bit of a pay cut to make another Star Trek film. But no, Chris Pine, can tell you love the franchise, dipshit. People keep saying, well, you know, he has a right to say that because it's his job. Well, yeah, I get that, but I'm sorry, you're gonna make $20 million instead of $24 million, you poor bastard. Give me a break. Cry me a river, smallest violin. Go fuck yourself, Chris
Maybe if
Pine.
they acted better, they get more money.
Ooh, see? Ha! Maybe if they're directed better, they could act better.
That's also legitimately true.
Anywho. But yeah, that's why he's back in Wonder Woman 84. I'd like to see why he's back or how he's back.
Magic, it's an illusion.
Considering he got blowed up real good.
I feel like that fucker who is,
Oh, you swore. Don't swear on lies.
Oh my god, you've been swearing all fucking life. The guy in Wonder Woman 84 you see in the TV commercials is making people's fantasies come true. So, Chris Pine is back.
Do you know that for sure?
No, but you can tell. And you know how good I am at predicting plots.
Yeah, she watches things ahead of time, and then when we're watching it, when we're watching it for the first time, she's like, "Oh, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen." It's like, oh, that happened. Okay. You haven't watched this before, right? No, she's pretty good at that. Jamal Taylor, $10 for the Admiral. That's for you. What were your high and low points for the Rise of Skywalker?
I liked seeing some more character development and seeing the side character. Like, I like Finn a lot. He's a good kid.
You force sensitive too.
Yes, which is cool. I didn't like the kissing scene at the end. Icky.
Yeah, just anything. That man is ugly.
Well, it's not even that. His whole betrayal of his character, I don't know.
He killed his daddy.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
And his daddy was Han Solo.
I don't know. I feel like the romance between the two of them was kind of forced. Like, I don't know. It didn't feel genuine.
It wasn't a romance. It was a will they, won't they for the whole trilogy.
Will they, won't they? You know what, to be honest with you, I didn't feel like there was any kind of physical sexual attraction.
I didn't either, but some people did because of the Force FaceTime.
Okay, but the fact that only a few people did and it wasn't really communicated well throughout the movies shows either A, there's some plot holes, or B, the characters themselves couldn't really make that on-screen connection.
And that's why a lot of people are rallying against this movie, saying that it's pandering because it gave those people what they wanted and still gave the people that didn't see that or didn't think that should happen what they wanted by him dying. So it's like it's a cop-out.
That's one way to put it.
Again, a lot of the things that JJ did in that film, well, I think a lot of people think are pandering to the fans.
It doesn't always need to have a romantic thing going on.
That's the other thing. Remember when Finn said, Rey, I have something to tell you?
Yeah.
And then Poe's like, well, you're not going to say it in front of me. It's never said. Is it that I love you because he's always asking about Rey in the other movies? Or is it because he's like, I think I'm force sensitive? Because I never thought of that till after the fact.
Again, I like Finn's character. I want more Finn.
I like him when he has his English accent. The actor. I, it's a great accent.
You gotta work on that.
I can't do an English accent to save my life.
Hang out with Samuel all the time.
He doesn't talk English to save his life.
He talks mumblese.
Yes.
English mumblese.
Mumbly speezies. Because he speeds through it.
Like your brother.
Oh, Sean. That's just Shawnees. Really? Hold on. We'll go to Bill Berkeley first. Stuart, is there going to be a Force Ghost Leia and Ben Solo now? Seeing as they both vanished. Well, there's a Force Ghost Leia. We saw her at the end of the movie. But as far as Ben, probably not. I don't know.
Doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, his character was kind of a dipshit.
I don't know. I don't care what he looks like, although his head is a little small, I think. I don't know, it was weird. I feel like there was some weird CG with his body. In that one where he was topless. Like, he just doesn't look right.
It's wide. Because what Dave Scarpa says, all Kylo Ren did in those movies was murder. What's the attraction? Right?
Well...
And he's hideous. I don't know who would find that man attractive.
Again, if his body was more proportionate. Like, I feel like, I don't know. And his character was, like, the character development was really weak. Like, he acted like a spoiled toddler.
Yes. And yes, Donnie, I know that John Boyega and Daisy Ridley are both from Britain, and they have British accents. I know this.
Yes. Again, whiny teenager. Whiny toddler, actually.
Poor Chewie, though. He saw Han Solo, his best friend, get... Well, first he saw the kid that he basically helped raise, probably, turn to the dark side. Then he saw that kid kill his best friend, or his dog, because, you know, the Wookiees live longer than people. And then Leia died, and then he got... And he, by the way, at the end, the medal he was given was Han Solo's medal that Han Solo got in A New Hope. It's not a medal for Chewie. This was Han Solo's medal.
It's his dog tags or something.
His dog tags. Yeah. The rest of Britain, other than London and Leeds, is on my bucket list. I made it to England. That's all I care about. I made it there once.
And you drove.
I made it to 221B Baker Street.
You drove.
That was one of my bucket list things. Adam Driver looks like a sci-fi channel TV movie Keanu Reeves. There's that meme on Facebook. Adam Driver looks like somebody tried to draw Keanu Reeves from memory. Side by side, and it's like, oh my good God, you're absolutely right.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
No one can beat Keanu Reeves.
Dystopian Guys here. Hey, how's it going, man? 1590 here. Everybody make sure you've hit that like button. I don't even know if you have any moderators today. I haven't seen any moderators in here at all. You guys are slacking. No more Skywalkers. Time to move on. I agree. Oh, that's another thing a lot of people hate it. At the end of that movie was where she said her last name was Skywalker.
I would too. I wouldn't want to be a fucking Palpatine.
I loved that moment. I thought that was great. The fact she buried the two lightsabers, had her own, which was yellow, and I forget what the yellow beam indicates. It's a trait, but that was cool. And then the fact that, yeah, what's your last name? I'm not going to say Palpatine.
Yeah, that's not going to go over well.
Skywalker was a nice send-off. And a lot of people said, oh, I love the movie, or I liked the movie. Not loved it. Nobody said they loved it. They liked the movie, but the last minute and a half really ruined it for them. I'm like, what? I don't know. I think it's cool that the lightsabers are buried. There's potential they could be found again in the future, but I don't know. Apparently they might be making another trilogy where she rebuilds the Jedi Order.
Ooh, snap, crackle, and pop.
That's what Luke should have done. Missed opportunity could have been the child of both Skywalker and a Palpatine. It might still be. We don't have any answers as to what happened there. It was his grandchild. She was his grandchild, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So...
That's like finding out, like, your dad, like, your grandfather was, like, Hitler or something. Like, that's not cool.
When he was, like, In the prequels, he knocked some bitch up. That bitch growed up and had her own kid. So he was boinking people when he was a senator. Makes sense.
Let's be realistic here.
So, but yeah, it'd be interesting to find out what that whole story is about. Stuart Ross was on earlier. Isn't he a moderator? Yeah, he should be. Jamal, yeah, Ray Palpatine would be a bad move after all the turmoil Grandpappy
Yeah.
has caused over the last 80 years.
Grandpappy.
Palpy, he says. Grandpalpy. More shows like The Mandalorian would be great for Star Wars in the future. Just don't mess it up anymore. Yeah, I mean, Mandalorian was utterly fantastic. I look forward to each and every episode.
Watching without me.
I did have to watch it without you.
You just couldn't even wait an hour and a half.
I didn't watch the last one without you.
Oh, you made it all the way to the last one.
I need to watch it like 3 or 4 times before I do my review or my first reaction video. So I watch it in the afternoon when you're at work. Then I watch it when you get home. So that's 2. So that way if I at least have 2 viewings to talk about it for the live. Look at this. Look at this that I have to deal with. I can't even watch anything I enjoy without her. Yeah.
If I were to do the same, you'd give me garbage.
Yeah. What did you watch without me that pissed me off? I know you were pissed off that I watched Black Panther.
Oh, twice! Twice!
In
theaters! And you didn't want to go with me!
That's because I originally thought it would be stupid. So.
Oh my god, you love that one!
I did. There's something you watched that pissed me off. I can't remember why. I love watching stuff with her. It's more enjoyable for me.
I know the feeling.
So we're going to watch The Witcher tonight?
Yes.
Yes.
After you take me out for dinner.
After I take her out for dinner.
Oh, my mom and dad called.
Well, you're busy.
I know that. I just got to see what the voicemail says.
So, yeah. Where do you guys stand with the Star Wars? A lot of people are like, I'm not going to watch any new Star Wars. I haven't watched any of the movies. I think that's a stupid way to think about things. Those same people also like Mandalorian. So, I was wondering, what are your thoughts on it? Please let me know. Let us know. Is everything all right?
Yes, my mother needs me to call her.
Why?
Something about the internet.
Do you need to go now?
Yes. I'll be right back. Reframe yourself. Take a pug.
Precious, come here. Precious, come be my co-host. Chewie. Precious. Dot's here. Stuart, do you like Caravan of Courage and Battle for Endor? I do, actually. I have them both on DVD over here. I thought those were fun. And the thing that Quill rides, I keep forgetting what they're called. Begins with a B. Anyway, those horse-like, lizard-like things are in those movies as well. You two should watch The Expanse. Eh. But yes, I do enjoy the Ewok movies. I watched them. I was at the right age to enjoy the Ewoks when I was a kid. I remember watching those on TV, having them taped on VHS and rewatching them. Little Sindel, or whatever, the little girl, I think she's cute. She's, yeah, they're good movies. They're also bad movies. Come here. Come on. They're made for TV Star Wars movies, but they aren't bad like the holiday special bad. So are you going to be my co-host? What did you think about Star Wars, lady? Talk into the microphone. No, don't do that. Did you like Star Wars? Did you like The Mandalorian? This one reminds me of Baby Yoda. Hello, Chris. Rise is the final Skywalker saga movie, but not the final overall Star Wars movie. I agree. To answer your question before, Captain, yellow lightsabers are used by Jedi Sentinels. Yeah. So protectors of the Force, which I think is suiting. Jamal says, I'm okay with the way the sequels ended. It's not everything I wanted, but The Last Jedi prevented that anyway. Yes, absolutely. Hey, Pug. Donnie says, hello, dogs. Oh, that's you. Come here. Oh, come on. Oh, now she's going to be over there. You look so sad. Don't look sad. Gotta go. Have a good night. All right, see you, Carwin. How would episode 10, 11, and 12 pan out? I don't know. I don't think Daisy Ridley will come back. She's got a lot of heat for the role, and that's a shame. Daisy Ridley is such a sweetheart. She's so cute, too. I love Daisy Ridley. She's got a twin sister as well. But she's took a lot of heat for that role, and I hate that. So she says she probably won't come back. And John Boyega, not John Boyega, Poe. Why can't I think of his name? Anyway, he said he won't come back unless Daisy Ridley does. So, who knows? I got 3 Disneyland exclusive workshop lightsabers. I didn't go. I bought on eBay from a scalper who though it wasn't bad after exchange, and shipping cost me double. Oh, Wardog 6. I sent you a message last night. You haven't responded or seen it yet. Just so you know. But yeah, hopefully Silvija will be back soon. You okay? Do you want to be my co-host? Everybody's leaving me. Bird of Prey 5, $2. Kapla, Captain F.
Well, you'll probably notice what
At least you made it to alive. Thank you, Bird of Prey. Nice to see you.
because the thing is, the Star TV boxes.
Can you hear her?
They don't take priority, right? But because
Hold on a second.
first, everything will be carved out differently, right?
There we go. I told her to go downstairs and shut up. I'm just kidding. The next Star Wars movie would be the first in the new saga, and would be The Hobbit of Star Wars. LOL. Co-host, nope, runs away. The next Star Wars movie, Luke wakes up, and the last 3 Jedi movies were a bad dream. No, they were a Force vision. Always uncertain in the future. I have considered The Force Awakens to be the Superman Returns of Star Wars. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Superman Returns had an interesting premise, and wasn't that bad to be like a continuation of Superman. But the kid thing bothered me. Lex Luthor I thought was good. So I don't know if that's an insult or not. Yes, can hear the Admiral. In a good way, says Donnie. Okay. So there we go. Yeah, I just don't know about Star Wars. I mean, people are so divisive on it now. It's very much like Star Trek, unfortunately. I hate the whole, well, Disney owns it, Disney can't do anything right, fuck everything Disney does. Whoa, relax, chill for a second. Just chill. I hate that attitude. I wish I knew more what to say about it, because it's weird, because a lot of people love The Mandalorian. A lot of people that love The Mandalorian also hated the Rise of Skywalker. And the thing is, certain groups out there, certain people, certain channels hate everything. They hate The Mandalorian. The only good thing about The Mandalorian is when Baby Yoda's on screen. The only bad thing about Mandalorian is when the Yoda's on screen. It's like, what the hell are you guys talking about? I don't get it. Can't you just sit down and enjoy something for 5 seconds without having a preconceived notion in your head that you hate it before you even see it? Because that's what these channels do, and I hate that. Some say Sebastian Stan would make a good Luke Skywalker. Yeah, he would. Speaking of Star Trek, I am stoked about Picard, which I consider the Superman Returns of Star Trek, also in a good way. Cool. Yeah, I'm excited for Picard too. We're gonna get these short early in January, which we'll talk about, of course, and then January 23rd is when Picard starts rolling. So we will be right on that track. We will be doing reviews and checking that out, and hopefully it does. Hopefully it is to Star Trek what Mandalorian was to Star Wars. I really hope so. I don't think it will be, but I hope so. If it wasn't said before, the whole sequel trilogy screams wasted potential. Absolutely 1000% agree with you. Even though I enjoyed a lot of them, or a lot of aspects of them, I do agree with you. I would have much rather seen a continuation of the characters we know and love from the original trilogy. So it might be in a message request. This was back in 2016. What? I think people have gotten too much Star Wars in too short a time span. Disney is fully to blame for that. We need a break to build up the desire for more. Is Picard series an episode per week? Yes, it is. 13 or 14 episodes, I believe. Too much Star Wars in too short a time span. I kind of agree with that. Star Wars fatigue, franchise fatigue. I'll buy that. That being said, I did love the fact that there was a lot of Star Wars coming out. Waiting 3 or 4 years for a sequel to something is a bitch. And I'm glad with the way modern TV shows are set up. You can either binge the whole season or you just have to, you know, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm most excited for what Star Trek Picard might do, but I feel it's going to further ruin Trek since CBS has a new style on all Trek. I agree with the new style thing. Ruin all Trek will not do because the old Trek isn't being altered or changed or removed from history because of the new Trek. If you don't like the new Trek, just ignore it. It's simple. Watch it as a alternative universe. Think of Enterprise if you don't like Enterprise. Alternative dimension, universe, reality, timeline, whatever you want to call it. Same with the Discoverse, which is clearly different because it's not Prime. At least Enterprise made an effort to at least resemble Prime. I actually hate being able to binge. There's no time to build up any excitement or anticipation. I agree also with that as well. One of the things that sucks about binging is all the episodes run together for me, and I can't remember what happens in each episode. It's like, oh yeah, that thing happened with that side story. Where was that? I can't remember. So yeah, I kind of agree with you on that respect. But sad to say, hate equals clicks. Don't get me started on that because I totally agree. 60 of you guys here. Make sure you've hit the like button. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. And if you want to do some more super chats, feel free. I've been doing this for an hour and 8 minutes. Sylvia is just talking to her mom right now, helping her with some internet issues. But she will return, and we'll probably close it out after that if the conversation's kind of dead. But yeah, I don't see Star Wars going anywhere anytime soon. Disney now has the Galaxy's Edge, which I want to go see. That new ride looks fantastic. So there's that. I hate that it's all new order shit. It's all the new Disney stuff. I'd much rather have it be the original trilogy stuff, but it is what it is. You still get a good mix of both. So I do want to go see that at some point. So I mean, with that going on, with Disney owning it, with all the new stuff that will be coming out, Star Wars isn't going anywhere anytime soon. I know a lot of people are like, anything Disney Star Wars made, I'm not going to watch, which I think is closed-minded and stupid. So you need to be able to watch it to be able to criticize it. You need to be able to learn about it to make sure you're informed, make a informed decision. So I disagree with that whole, I'm not going to watch them. Red Letter Media usually do fantastic work. I did not appreciate their review of Rise of Skywalker. I think they've closed themselves off. Uh, they're in the dark side of the Force. They've succumbed to the hate, and I think that's silly. You got to be. I'm very much. If I was a Jedi, I'd be a gray Jedi for sure. I'm very much in the middle. I ride that line. Um, so I was not impressed with Red Letter Media's take on Rise of Skywalker. There's very little they liked about it, and that's fine. But I was just kind of shocked at that, honestly. I thought they'd appreciate more of the things that JJ attempted to do to fix things. But whatever. I mean, it is what it is. So the state of Star Wars is fucked. Is essentially what this video is talking about. It's riding that line right now where it's a fine balance because, like I said, people don't like Mandalorian on this side, people like Rise of Skywalker on this side. You got the new people growing up with the new trilogy that love it, that love Rey, that love Poe. You got the old guard that absolutely despise it and won't watch it, and you know, if you like it, you're an idiot. It's like, just let me enjoy what I like. Galaxy's Edge has built your own lightsaber, $200 USD. I have 3, and they have legacy sabers from the characters. That's cool. That's cool. Do you think they will have Slipstream and Picard, and thus open up a larger universe, so to speak? Probably, yes. I hope they call it Slipstream. Like, keep that consistent at least. Did Bill Shatner not say something about Rise of Skywalker? Probably did. I don't know. But it would be cool to tie Luke Skywalker into Mandalorian season 2, because it's like I said, it's only 6 years after Return of the Jedi. Luke is still a Jedi. He's probably just establishing this training of Force users. So it would be a great time to visit Luke and see a positive, upbeat Luke that Mark Hamill wants to represent, and that he was very disappointed that Rian Johnson didn't depict. I would love to see that. That's something that should be in Mandalorian season 2. I 1000% agree with that. That they should see Luke Skywalker at least once. I think that would be a great tie-in. War Dog 6. I like Rose, and for those who didn't, she didn't deserve the hate she had on social media. Absolutely not. Going after an actress for a role that she had to read a script for, say the words that were in the script, and be given direction by a director to get a paycheck and make a living, to go after that person for you not liking their character. I have absolutely zero fucking respect for anybody that did that. Leave people alone. Let people do what they want to do. Let them enjoy what they want to enjoy. And shut your fucking mouth. Give your opinion. Do it constructively. But don't start bullying people. Don't start hating people. Don't start being closed-minded so that you can't even listen to another goddamn opinion. That is one of my biggest pet peeves, and I will never respect anyone that does that. So if you are one of those people, please kindly remove yourself from my channel. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not interested. Hopefully, most of you out there that are watching this are open-minded and at least realize that there's good and bad in everything, and you're not going to be cyberbullying people or picking on people or attacking people for what they like, what they've done, as far as a job as an actress. Yeah, get the fuck out of here if that's who you are, because I'm not interested in knowing you. I don't want to know you. Pretty simple. They could have used more Rose more in The Rise of Skywalker. She was used badly in The Last Jedi, but the actress was not at fault. She did her job. Yeah, that's material. Exactly. Thank you. An adult should be mature enough not to bully. Absolutely. Red Letter Media was spot on, in my opinion. That's fine. I love everything that Captain is saying about some of those so-called fans. Well, thank you, anonymous user. Really appreciate your positive attitude. It's refreshing to hear on social media. Again, thank you. I appreciate that very much. That makes me happy to hear. It seems like characters always have to be depressed. It would have it would be nice to have Luke, if Luke was positive force in training Jedi and fighting evil. Well, he was, but then the whole Ben Solo incident happened and it turned him into an old curmudgeon. Get off my island. Bullshit. At least for Rise of Skywalker, they kind of redeemed his character a little bit when he caught the lightsaber and said this should be respected and revered, essentially, not tossed over your shoulder like a fucking moron. I love that. There's a lot of jabs at Rian Johnson and The Last Jedi in The Rise of Skywalker that I love. I think they're fantastically done. Again, I think JJ did a good job picking up the pieces and kind of fixing a lot of the stuff that people had issues with, and introducing the old characters in a good way again. I'm not a huge JJ fan, as you guys know, but I think he really did a good job with both The Force Awakens and Rise of Skywalker, considering what he had to work with. So, T-Berg Sci-Fi fan, good evening, Captain Foley. Didn't listen to pundits. The movie was an acceptable ending for my Star Wars experience and knowledge base. Stay true, Stuart. Yeah, that's kind of the same feeling I have as well. Honestly, I do not like episodes 8, 9, and 7. 8 and 9. 7 was okay, but even though I don't like them, I still went and saw them. I don't own them, though. 8 is the only thing I don't own. I own them all. Even if I don't like them, you know what? It's part of Star Wars. It's going to be my Star Wars collection. Because I want to be able to show somebody in like 20 years, go, oh, well, why didn't you like this movie? Well, I can't tell you because I don't own it. I haven't watched it in 20 years. I don't know. It's on the shelf. I'm going to throw it in. I'm going to show you what I did and didn't like. And we'll have a discussion about it. Because just because I have an opinion doesn't mean I'm right. I'm very much open to hearing other people's opinions and being re-educated, being told that I'm wrong, being shown something that opens my eyes to something new. I'm very much in that vein. I'm not one of those people that if your mouth is closed, or if your mouth is open and you're talking, you're not learning anything new. You need to shut up and listen to other people's opinions and be open-minded enough to realize that your opinion isn't the only one out there. You might need to learn a few things, maybe change your thinking. I've changed my thinking about a lot of things over the years. The Excelsior is a perfect example. I never really liked the ship. Over the last couple of years, I've developed a real appreciation for it, and I like the thing now. I'm willing to admit that I was wrong. I was willing to admit that there's other viewpoints that are worth discussing. So I own all the stuff. I own all the JJ movies. I own all this stuff, even though I might not be a fan of it. It might not go in my player very often, but it's there. It's in the collection. And then the same people are like, whoa, you shouldn't give CBS money because he's giving CBS money and they're going to think that you're doing a good job. Okay, I can see that. Numbers talk. But at the same time, if it's gifted to me, because I still don't have Discovery Season 1 or Season 2 on Blu-ray. I have not bought them. Not because I don't like them, just because I haven't found them at a good price. So saying you're not going to give Disney your money, like they give a fuck. Trust me, they're getting enough money from the new guard of fans. They don't need your money. They're not going to notice that you didn't buy a $14 ticket. They're not going to notice or care. I'm sorry, but they're not. Anyway. There were lots of lens flares. Well, not lots. There was a few lens flares in Rise of Skywalker. Story and characters are great. Makes you overlook the flares, I guess. I noticed it in one or two spots where the movie kind of slowed down for a second, so you can kind of catch your breath. I noticed it there, but yeah. Yep, thought it was JJ that was directing Lost in Space. Oh, we're talking about Lost in Space now. I haven't seen that yet. Palpatine played a long game, just like Clone Wars, just like Death Star. Plot was sound, but Palpatine deployed the Snoke screen to throw us off. Dyads go back to Mortis Clone Wars. Okay, don't know what that meant. I have all the Star Wars. I don't have the series yet. I just got Orville 1 and 2. That's the other thing. I don't have Orville. I love Orville. Again, it's just not I haven't found it for the right price, or I haven't seen it actually to buy here. But I can imagine an unused Ambassador class Federation starship being used in a future Star Trek series or movie, yet reworked and redubbed the Embassy class. Why Embassy, you ask? Simple. Every ambassador leads his or her assembly. Yeah. Why are we talking about those starships all of a sudden? Lightspeed skipping was a good way to jump away from Rian Johnson's plot holes, lol. I guess Lightspeed skipping was one of the dumbest parts of that movie. I thought it was cool. It was a great visual, fantastic. But at the same time, I kind of had me going, "That's dumb. Don't do that." But again, it's something that it's a conceit. Stuart, do you think Bo-Katan will show up in season 2 of The Mandalorian because of the Darksaber? I have no idea who Bo-Katan is. So maybe? We never found out who was the character at the very end of the episode, the Gunslinger. Could still be Boba Fett. Could still be somebody new. Never found that out in season 1, so who knows? There's going to be tie-ins with season 2 to season 1, which I like. I appreciate that. So maybe? Who knows? Who the hell's Bo-Katan? I need to look up these episodes that talk about the Darksaber, because I don't know enough about Star Trek or Star Wars Expanded Universe to know that, unfortunately. So I apologize. Aside from the magic damage repair, I was stoked to see Red fly again. Absolutely, I was too. And that the damage could have been repaired by the Force. But yeah, as soon as she's like, I don't have a ride out of here, I'm like, yeah, here's X-Wings under the water. Like, a lot of the stuff I saw telegraphed coming up, literally like a second or two, maybe like 5 seconds before the reveal in the movie, I called it. I called that was Lando Calrissian wearing that disguise, because it was very reminiscent of his disguise in Return of the Jedi. I called the X-Wing being risen from the water. I called Han Solo showing up. I called one or two other things. Silva beside me, I was like, it's gonna be the X-Wing. Literally a second later, the X-Wing came up. So that is in the way that CBS would have the option of airing the current one day at a time, in addition to airing on pot. What are you talking about? Hi, Kat. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you. Social media can be a force for good or bad. Trouble is when the wrong people use it to hurt everyone. Absolutely, 100% agree with you. Zeraxis throws in $5. If you watch the Clone Wars CGI series and or Star Wars Rebels, it'll go over the Darksaber history along with other stuff. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. I want to watch those. I tried watching Rebels when it first came out, got a few episodes into it, and said, this is boring as hell. Don't give a shit about these characters. Done. Stopped watching. Now that they're on Disney Plus, I'm probably going to go back and rewatch them. I'm not a fan of Clone Wars, though. The animation bugs me so much. And so does that era of visual design for Star Wars. It's just shit. There's nothing good. Everybody's talking about the Vindicator fucking Star Destroyer things. It's like, they're hideous, guys. The Star Destroyers from the original trilogy are where it's at. So, what am I talking about, Stuart? I wish season 3 of The Orville would air on CBS, ABC, in addition to streaming on it. Yes. Okay, there. Perfect. So happy The Mandalorian turned out good. That being said, a lot of people didn't like it. Or they didn't like the Baby Yoda aspect of it. Or they don't like Baby Yoda at all as a character. It's a Gremlins ripoff. It's like, oh my god. You just have to fucking piss all over everything else, what everybody else likes, don't you? Some people just are never fucking happy. I hate going on social media a lot of the time and just seeing all the negativity everywhere. I have been watching The Mandalorian and it's good. Like yourself, I'm a big Star Wars fan. I just hope that when Picard starts, it's like The Mandalorian. Yeah, I don't think it will be, unfortunately. Again, cautiously optimistic, but at the same time a realist, and I don't think it's going to be anything like it as far as quality. Hold on, who the hell is this? No, okay. It's the neighbors that don't know how to back up, apparently. But yeah, I mean, I think the current state of Star Wars is still safe and secure. Yeah, it's in Disney's hands. George Lucas they didn't use his treatments for the movies, which I find reprehensible. They should have used George Lucas's treatments for the movies instead of pissing those away. So yeah, I have a little bit of disdain for Disney for doing that. George Lucas is the creator of Star Wars. As long as he's at the creative helm, he's fine. It's when he gets his hand into his directing and everything and all aspects of it that it becomes shit. Empire Strikes Back and stuff were good because they were directed by other people that said, George, whoa, George, chill. All right, we know what you want to do. You're going about it all wrong. We're going to make it. The collaborative effort is what I'm saying, is what made Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, those really good. The non-collaborative effort and just having George Lucas do every goddamn thing is why people don't like the prequels. That being said, they still feel like George Lucas. So they needed to do that for the new trilogy, which they did not do. Just don't let George Lucas have his hands into everything. Don't let him do everything and have full control. He's not good at that. He's good at the creative aspect and forging new technologies. But other than that, somebody else, goddamn, please direct his movies. Please. Star Wars was only saved in the edit, by the way. Collaboration is key. Filoni and Favreau, eh? Exactly. Dreamer out there, Trekyards, Cap. I know Clone Wars isn't your thing, fair, but it really is good. It was shown out of order intentionally to mimic old style syndication. Chronological viewing order is easily Googled. I mean, showing out of order is fine, but it's the standalone episodes of those that I can't stand, because I've seen some episodes of Clone Wars, and again, it's like Stargate. I always see the same fucking episodes, and they're always the worst episodes. Like, I don't give a shit about a standalone episode that C-3PO and R2-D2 go to a planet and get attacked by little people, like Gulliver's Travels. What the fuck is this shit? I love R2-D2, but I was going, what the hell is this shit? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah. If we want to complain about animation, how about Droids from the 90s? I mean, that wasn't fantastic, but I loved that show as a kid. And Silvia's uncle, Frank Linson, worked on that show. He worked on that and Ewoks. He was a storyboard layout, or layout, whatever it is. Now he's an animator. He's worked on a bunch of Tim Burton stuff and all that. So he's in the industry. He does animation. Back then, that was his first job, Ewoks and Droids. So I was just talking about that at Christmas, actually. So I know I like both Ewoks and Droids. I really enjoyed Ewoks as a kid. Great cartoon for kids. I have fond memories of it. Same with Droids, but the animation style is garbage. Seeing the way the droids move, yes, I absolutely 100% agree with you. We are the Ewoks. We're the spirits of the forest moon. Ooh, we are the Sorry. The runestones, yes. Remember how the Death Star needed to be the size of a moon to blow up planets? Let's just take that tech and put it on a Star Destroyer with a mile. That's a mile or so long. No issues with that. I loved the cannons on those things. All you have to do is very similar to what they did in the first JJ film. Just drill down to the core. You don't have red matter, but just drill down through the mantle and crust of a planet with a big enough laser. Easy to do. The planet will destroy itself once you hit that molten core. I have no issues with that. I thought that was a fantastic idea for Rise of Skywalker. A great advancement of the tech from the Death Star. No issues with that. I thought that was what all Star Destroyers needed. They aren't called Star Destroyers after all. You can drill into the middle of a sun, blow up a sun. I mean, planets are just stars, depending on how far away you are from them. So being called Star Destroyers doesn't bother me. Just saying. Any of the new stuff, Clone Wars, Rebels, etc., this is better than the dreaded Christmas special. Yes. Yes. You know what I really want to see is Star Wars Detours. Like they had 73 episodes finished and animated of that show, and then Disney bought Star Wars, and now it's shelved. They were completed. It's like a comedy, it's like Family Guy version of Star Wars animation stuff, but a CG. But I want to see that show. Gesundheit, if I heard a sneeze, otherwise never mind. You did not hear a sneeze, just as you retracted that. My coffee is not hot anymore. Going for an hour and a half. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. Thank you everyone that's here, everybody that's been here and gone, everybody that's super chatted. You guys are awesome. Feel free to super chat. Let's close out with, let's do it what a Samuel always does. Let's give another $20 to end the program. That'd be great. I hate asking for money. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. You guys are awesome. A slip fighter with a Nova bomb in Andromeda would destroy a system. T-Bird Sci-Fi fan, smash the like button. Well, be nice to your like button. If it is blue, you did not do. So if the thumb up is blue, you didn't hit it. Click it, please. And if your subscribe button is red, that means it's a red alert, guys. You have not subscribed to the channel. 44% of the people that watch our videos are not subscribed to the channel. I don't understand that. It blows my mind. So click subscribe, make sure you're subscribed, and make sure you like the video. Just liking the video is a huge help. If you cannot super chat or join us on Patreon every month to help us out, or buy any of the Teesprings merchandise that's in the description down below. If you can't help us out in any of those ways, best way is to just hit like and make sure you subscribe to the channel with the notifications on so that you can watch our content, and even just sharing our videos around also as well. A great way to help out. I am here, but not so awesome. Welcome, Mr. Miles. Good to see you. Just talking about you last night with Anti-Tracker. You do fine work, my friend. I compliment you. Where do you think Star Wars will go next? Nowhere. They're going to stay in a galaxy far, far away. A long, long time ago. Honestly, I don't know. It's Star Wars. You can do so much with it. Mandalorian showed us that. It's just going to go the way of the Mandalorian. I think more smaller stories in such a big universe is the way to go. So there's 10 times as much Mandalorian content in Clone Wars Rebels as an actual Mandalorian show. Cool. Captain Foley, how did you find Rise of Skywalker ending with a New Hope start on Tatooine? I thought it was great. I already talked about that when Silvija was here. I thought the ending was fantastic. Burying the lightsabers the way she did, seeing her new lifesaver, that was essentially her staff that she's used the whole time. I thought that was fantastic. And then the fact that she changed or took on the name Skywalker as a way to honor the Jedi and honor the Skywalkers and give herself an identity, I thought was fantastic. It all worked out so well. I don't know why people had such an issue with the ending. I loved it. Great place to end. As we've talked about, as many people have said, it's a great end to the Star Wars story that they grew up with. A great way to end it. So hit like to make Jeff pay. Jeff is not here, unfortunately. Jeff is on the road right now. If the thumb shows gray, that means you did not click it. If it shows blue, it means you did click it. That's not true at all. Is it? I don't know. I'm just listening to Jeff. Jeff, who is our moderator, always says if the thumb is blue, or if the thumb is not blue, you did not do. There you go. That's what it is. So yes, you're right. Oi. I swear Finn's lightsaber was yellow, not Tatooine's sun orange, and she became a guardian. It was yellow. What is your opinion regarding this theory? The Palpatine we see in the old movies is a clone. This was the Emperor Palpatine, hence he didn't die, evaporate in episode 6. I love that. I think that's fantastic. Makes sense because he's so ancient and old. If he's staying where he's going to be able to sustain himself on Sith energy, which is the Sith homeworld, I think that's fantastic. Absolutely love it. Blue is clicked. There you go. If the thumb is blue, you did do. If the thumb is not blue, you did not do. There you go. Sorry. Jeff should be here. I messed it up. LOL, well, Foley just exposed himself for hitting the like button often enough to know what it should look like. Hey, Mr. Miles, I got something for you. Sealed with a kiss, baby. I watch a lot of anti-checker content, so yeah, I don't hit like very often because, just kind of subpar. So, yeah. I await your reviews of those black hole figures. Yes. They are ordered. Hopefully they arrive soon. T-Berg Sci-Fi Fan puts in $10 Canadian. I'll meet you halfway. Well, thank you very much, T-Berg Sci-Fi Fan. Much appreciated. You are fantastic. You all are fantastic. I want Sylvie to come back, but she's still on the phone with her mother. Usually a phone call with her mother is like an hour and a half long, because we have to talk about every goddamn thing that's ever happened in the space of 5 seconds. Times many days. We were just there yesterday. She's talking about pants right now. They're at Pennington's. They look like jeans, but they're basically leggings. This is a conversation that's happening right now downstairs. Oh well, I can understand why you wouldn't want to hit like on an anti-checker video. Who wants to thumb up a turd? Right? I have something I could say to that, but I'm not going to. Somebody match me. Somebody match T-Berg Sci-Fi Fan. That'd be nice. You don't have to, of course, but it would be nice. I would love to donate, but I can't, so here is a gift. Thank you, Avon. I don't know what you gave me. Don't end up on the brig, Captain. By that logic, why focus on the planets and not the stars themselves? That's what the Sun Crusher in the old EU did. It's also what Starkiller Base did. It killed stars to power itself and then used the power to destroy planets. So it could destroy 2 systems at once. Even though I don't know how it moved through space. It would take forever to get from system to system. Big plot hole. Still love the movie. That was great. I don't give a turd thumbs up. I grind his ships and steal his bases and space engineers. That's right. And the only reason I would thumb up an anti-checker video is because it's so well edited and so put together, and there's a weird, mysterious, hooded cloak figure that's kind of creepy, sitting in a chair. Why is that your thing, Mr. Miles? You did good editing, and anti-checker is fantastic. I love anti-checker, so I'm just messing with you, obviously, but... Blow up a planet, mining resources just got easier. Yep, well, yeah, as long as it's not scattered and moving outward. You need to keep it contained. Chris Rollins, gonna play Star Trek Online, guys. Have a good night and Happy New Year. I would love to play Star Trek Online as well, but every time I click my goddamn icon, it says error, send error report. Okay, so I want to re-download the editor, the executable file, or the installer for it, and it's the same thing when I click that, so I don't know what the hell's going on. I can't get into my Star Trek Online. It's very irritating. Have you seen this clip on YouTube? Battle of Thoth Station in the Expanse. No, and I don't want to. Everybody's Expanse, even my buddy Dave. And I just don't care. I've seen part of the shows. I've seen a few parts of different episodes, and it's just like, it's alright. I don't like your character. I don't like you. you shut the fuck up. That's kind of a cool, special effect. But, I'm gonna play Star Trek Online, guys. Have a good night and a Happy New Year. Alright. Oh, I think she might be finishing up. Just so she can come and say goodbye. I don't know. I couldn't get past season 1 of The Expanse, but I'm going to try again sometime. See, that says a lot right there. I did watch a few episodes of season 1, and I kind of agree. It's too confined. It's in the solar system. It just doesn't grab my interest at all. Plus, there's that lady that's in Star Trek Beyond, the old lady. That sounds like she smoked 15,000 packs of cigarettes every 5 minutes. Can't stand that actress. Alright, she's back.
Sorry, guys.
We're going to say goodbye.
There was some internet issues at my mama's house the last couple of days. It's fixed.
Is it fixed?
It is. She's very happy right now. And I have to go take her shopping for pants on the 11th.
Yeah, we were talking about your pants conversation because I could hear it. They're like leggings. They look like jeans. They're Penningtons. I love you.
Well, Mom needs new pants, and she should get them. They're very comfortable, and they don't have buttons.
I'm glad you're back. I missed you. I had to put up with these assholes the whole time by myself. Just kidding. I want to kick the pug, and she didn't want to be my co-host. I asked her if she wanted to be my co-host, and she ran away.
Oh, poor little puggins.
She's glad you're back too.
Apparently.
Tech support family members, we get now holidays off.
No
holidays off. That's what I mean.
It's true.
Zerax is $5. The Expanse. You should be watching Stargate, sir. You're gonna get me in trouble, Zeraxes. I'm glad that you're back, though. They're glad you're back, I'm sure.
Sorry, guys. We just had to figure out some internet things, and I had to make sure the password was still good and all that fun jazz, and then convince my mom she needed new pants.
Yeah. We did have a good conversation, though, without you.
About my mother's pants?
No, that was just a small little bit. But, yeah. Stargate. Family IT support. You are a good daughter. She is. She's a good wife, too.
Aw, thanks, babe. No. Still taking me out to dinner?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, bitches!
$5 for minute. Oh, yeah. Essentially, yeah. It's like, whose line is it anyway, where the points don't matter?
Yeah, where the points don't matter.
Has Precious got force powers?
Well, she thinks she does.
She has the ability to make anyone fall in love with her. She's like a Baby Yoda.
She thinks she has force powers.
Do the hand thing. Make it do the hand thing.
She uses her force powers to get treats.
Treats?
Nope. Well, that didn't go over well. Now I got pug glitter on me.
Darth Precious.
That's true. She would look pretty epic.
Sci-fi love, it's cute. Aw, thank you guys. You will feed me treats. Yeah, that's what she does in it. She sits on the couch, you will feed me treats.
Yeah, she tries.
But
now she's licking the dining room floor.
Exactly. The person that does that has to have a stronger mind than the other person. So she's rarely successful.
No, she just looks at you with those big eyes and then you feed her your bacon.
She's got big pug eyes.
Yeah, she does have a stronger mind than him. Every time this man has any kind of meat product, that pug gets a little bit.
I love her.
You can see by the rolls on her hips.
She's got Ethiopian starved puppy dog eyes.
She's not starved, honey. She is fat.
But she looks like she's starved with those eyes.
But again, she's got rolls on rolls. She's starting to get rolls on her rolls.
So.
She won't be able to sleep in
Makes
bed
her
with us.
roly-poly. Trekyards and STO, why don't they call the Romulans bird of prey a bird of prey? Because that's been retconned. We had this conversation last night with Anti-Checker. The bird of prey from Balance of Terror is called a bird of prey. Go fuck yourselves.
Whoa, language!
Well, it's always been the bird of prey until TNG, then became the warbird, and then, the bird of prey from Star Trek 3 is called the bird of prey, so the one from Balance of Terror can't be called the bird of prey, because that's just stupid. But it was called the bird of prey till Star Trek 3 came out, and that became the bird of prey. No, it's a sticky point for me. It's a bird of prey. It's not a warbird.
Do you need an enema to calm down?
No. Do you?
I don't know. They seem to offer that a lot, like, the 1800s. That was a very big thing back then.
I got an enema stick for you.
The pug's licking a blanket over there.
She licks windows. She licks floors. She's special.
She licks everything.
You should get jerky for dogs. Anti and bird use it. Sure. Pug training montage. Time to get swole. Yes. A coffee enema, says T-Bird Sci-Fi fan.
Or a vodka enema.
Vodka?
Vodka.
Vodka?
Vodka. I love how they say, how Chekhov, vodka, and it's not even how you would say it in that Slavic tone.
Vodka.
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 My anti-turd spaceship was called Enema of the State. Theraxis throws in $5. Bloodletting was also common in the 1800s. It doesn't mean it was a good idea.
No, but leeches were also good, and they are a good idea.
They still use leeches, absolutely.
Yeah. And maggots.
To clean wounds, yes.
Just gotta make sure you remember how many you put in there.
Yeah.
That's the big problem. It's like sponges during surgery. You gotta keep your counts.
And keep an eye on your cell phone.
Yeah.
Leeches work good. They do. Bloodletting is a good idea if done properly for certain things, maybe.
Well, technically...
But to release a fever...
Well, technically you do bloodletting with dialysis. You just put it back in.
Yeah. Good point. No. I like to forget that maggots are used so disgusting. It is, but don't think about it. And in a situation in survival and...
no, dude. If you have like some nasty ass gangrene in a wound, I would rather have maggots in there for a few weeks versus losing my foot.
I just can't imagine them crawling around inside me. It would bug me so much.
It would bug you? Yeah.
Fair point. If bloodletting is a bad idea, why does nature do it to women once a month? Oh, Mr. Miles.
It's a little different. It's not coming from the circulatory system.
Yeah.
It'd be like a man having a blood blister on his foot from construction boots. It's not really bloodletting. It's just more removing a blister. It's not part of the circulatory system.
That's interesting.
What? It makes a good analogy.
Those blood blisters are kind of disgusting.
My dad had them all the time.
I hate blisters in general.
My dad would always smack himself with like a hammer or something, and then
Nobody else is commenting. We've already hit our $20 that I asked for to close out the thing.
Oh.
We're at an hour and 47 minutes, so yeah. Thank you for joining us. Sorry she wasn't here for some of it.
Sorry, I had to call my mom.
Because it couldn't have waited.
My mom is very cool. No, because my dad was coming back and she was going to go do something with my dad. She's working on her Trekyards.
It's funny. Last night on the live,
Mm-hmm.
Jarzia, who lives in Hamilton,
No shit.
and is always super chatting, said, I'm going to start a yarn crochet business and I'm going to call it Trekyards. And I was like, whoa. And I told him the whole story about how your mom came up with that name.
Yeah, like a year ago.
He was laughing his ass off because it was so funny.
That little Klingon sweater for the kid is so cute. With the little matching hat with the little ridges is going to be amazing. It's true.
She's going to be at conventions and stuff. So if you guys come to London Comic Con, she'll probably be there selling her stuff.
Well, now she's thinking if this goes good, she wants to go to Hamilton, Niagara, Kitchener.
All the Comic Cons?
Yeah, in Southwestern Ontario. She's going to drag you along with her.
I'm down for that.
You have to go hang out with your mother-in-law.
Trekyards and Trekyarns represent.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Red alert, red alert. Have a happy birthday, Admiral, says Jamal.
That's on the Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday!
Gonna go to Tony Roma's, have a good supper. Then gonna come back here, hang out with some friends, play Cards Against Humanity, Personally Incorrect. Probably that new meme game.
That's true. Eat pizza.
Eat pizza.
I can have them delivered closer to like 10, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's the best part is because we know the owner of the pizza place down the street.
Yeah.
And he makes good pizza. The Italian house.
Yeah. But only this one. The other one at the end of the city, isn't it?
No, we don't like the one that is owned by on Meg Drive. That was their ex-employee who basically gave him a finger. Yeah, no, we like all the Italian houses. We don't.
Oh, that's right, because Thomas's buddy works at the other one.
Yeah.
What's Riley?
Yeah, Riley.
I miss him.
Riley's funny.
I miss him a lot. That's good. Unfiltered Trekyards. I said a swear word. Soy in my coffee. What? Happy birthday, Admiral. Happy birthday, Admiral. Rogue Squadron series would be sweet to see. Is Stuart going to do more walk and talks? When it's not fucking cold, yes.
Shh, language.
Actually, I thought about doing one the other night because it was like
12 degrees?
Well, it was like 6 at that point.
Well, 1 second. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 2 degrees Celsius. Tonight, expect a low of 2 degrees. Would you like to know the weather for tomorrow?
No.
Alexa, tell me a Star Wars joke.
What's Yoda's favorite dinosaur? The Douceratops. There is no try.
That's a great way to end this live stream.
Oh
The Douceratops, because there is no try. I love you, Alexa. You're awesome. All right, that's a great way to end. Thank you, guys. And love you, babe.
Salute.
Thank you for joining me.
Sorry I had to cut out there.
That's okay. We will have to have you on. We'll have to have you back on at some point. People love you, and I love you, and yay. Maybe when I do it, I might stream live from New Year's Eve when the party's going on. Not really a party, just people hanging out. I might stream live a little bit. So if you're around New Year's Eve and you want to check it out, keep an eye on YouTube for the
We'll put like a
notifications.
camera somewhere in the dining room.
Under the table. Maybe somebody will wear a skirt.
No, everyone's wearing pajamas.
See, tell everybody to wear skirts instead of pajamas.
Yeah, I'll tell Brad.
I'll even wear a kilt.
I'll tell Brad, Jason, and Dan to all wear a kilt.
How many people are coming?
Me and there's gonna be 4 people.
Oh.
5 people.
Okay. Yeah.
5 people.
Everybody
plus
can
us
wear
two.
a kilt. That's fine.
You don't even own a kilt. You need a kilt.
Kilts. That's a terrifying image. Okay, Chris has asked for a Star Trek joke. Even though we're talking about Star Wars, I'll do one. Alexa, tell me a Star Trek joke.
What do Romulans do on a first date? Watch a rom-com and kill.
Watch a rom-com and kill. What do Romulans do on a first date?
That was bad, actually.
That was,
Compared to the Star Wars joke, that was not that good.
Star Wars one was fucking awesome. Anyway, we'll try one more. Alexa, tell me a Star Wars joke. I mean...
What kind of car does a Jedi drive? A Toyota.
I think we should just be done at this point. Because we're having an Alexa fail.
I want to do one more Star Trek one. She's got to redeem herself. Alexa, tell me a Star Trek joke.
Why did the dilithium crystals need a psychologist? They were warped to the core.
That was good. Why did the dilithium crystals need a psychologist? Because they were warped to the core. Was it psychologist or psychiatrist?
Either way. They can both offer therapy.
Okay. There you go, guys. Thank you for watching. See you later. Have a good, safe, happy holidays and New Year's. Don't drink and drive.
Yes, don't drink and drive. There's always a couch to sleep on.
Yes.
We're going to have a bunch of weirdos sleeping here. But then we do early breakfast. So we can kick them out and then have a nap again.
Bye, guys.